Oh, hello, mamas. Jessyka Coulter here. Hope I'm not too dark here on Facebook. Can't quite tell. So we're going to hope all is good. If you are like, Jessica, why is it looking here in a cave? It's because I evidently don't have my lights in the right place. But we're going to wrap up our series today all about preparing your high school freshmen. We're going to focus on study skills and life skills today. So, I like to ask questions, Mama. And the question today is, what are those life skills that your teen needs to be successful in high school? What are some of those skills that you're worried your teen doesn't currently possess, let alone what are some of those things that you're maybe worried your teen won't learn in high school? So I got to tell you that as a study skills tutor, I definitely know without a shadow of a doubt, many students do not know how to study by the time they start high school. So that's why I'm so passionate about helping middle schoolers learn how to learn, through those study skills before they even step foot into high school, because those are so essential to success in high school, let alone life. Okay, so we're definitely going to be talking about those and some other skills. So hopefully you'll share below some skills that I might mention, let alone some things I should talk about in a future video. And do also know, if you want to talk, you and me plus your teen one-on-one, there's a link in the description to schedule a free talk with Jessie, which is me. So let's talk about these skills that your teen needs to be successful in high school, let alone freshman year. So study skills. There are 12 of them that I teach in my Love to Learn Study Skills program. One of the most important ones that I can tell you, Mama, is note-taking. Okay, this is a skill your teen can practice now over the summer, and a skill your teen definitely needs to be proficient at and excel at through high school. Okay, because our teens, if they've never taken notes before, because they've never had to before, or maybe they've never thought it was important to, it's going to be a very rude awakening that first high school class when your child needs notes to actually be able to do the homework or actually study for that test, which then, the test could be worth a lot of points, a high percentage of your teen's grade. So definitely do know note-taking is just one of the study skills your child needs for high school. The other big one I always like to mention is time management. Okay, it and organization, very closely related. So we could definitely talk about either one of those for our full video. But do know our teens are not usually ready for the amount of work that comes with high school compared to pretty much any middle school. Okay, so your teens need to be ready to devote, I would say, a minimum of an hour a day to schoolwork. Now, when I have students tell me, well, I don't have any homework or there's no test tomorrow, the goal here is we want our teens to get in the habit of always spending a certain amount of time for school, whether that means homework, whether that means reviewing notes from 2 days ago, whether that means putting our folders together and making sure things are in the right place so they're found 2 weeks from now when the test happens. Okay, so those are just two of the study skills that I teach, just two of the study skills your teen really needs to have in place, know how to use before school starts. Now, the reason I care so much about study skills is that they are actually life skills, okay? The way that your teen takes notes today is the way he's going to take notes 10 years from now. The way that your teen fills out his calendar, decides, how to keep track of what needs to get done, same thing. It's going to be the same system, same process, same kind of thoughts that your teen uses now, 20 years from now, or even 5 years from now at his upcoming job, okay? So definitely do know these study skills are life skills. Now, life skills, those include the study skills, but they also include so many other skills that your child needs for high school and beyond. This is why I was asking you, what are those skills that your teen needs before high school, let alone those skills you're worried your child will not learn in high school, and it's going to be kind of like a missing piece of the curriculum. Good or bad, most of the time schools do not teach your teens cooking skills. They don't teach a lot of things about money or taxes, and there's not always a whole lot of talk about job applications and doing the research for careers and any type of workforce. Now, it depends on the school, and obviously things are changing, which is always awesome, but do know your child really needs to have some basic cooking, baking abilities before graduation, okay? Because your child is a high schooler. It's going to be in a month, maybe 2 months, maybe even 3. And, there's a very good chance, very good, reasonable opportunity for your teen to start making meals for the family as high school progresses. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, but there's no reason that your teen can't be in charge of, say, like pasta by the end of freshman year. But if your teen doesn't know how to do that, doesn't get taught, that's something, Mama, I encourage you. I encourage your other family members to really be prepared to teach your teen. Okay. Now, money and jobs and kind of taxes, all that stuff, there's probably going to be some kind of personal finance class your child will take. But if your teen doesn't have a checking account, savings account, has never seen you pay bills, hasn't been involved in any type of money at all, like doesn't have a job of any kind right now, has never even really maybe been to the bank with you or known what you're doing when you look at bank statements or what you're doing when you fill out those deposit slips, it's going to be kind of a hard class. It's going to be like a lot of, whoa, what's going on here? So definitely encourage you, mamas, do know some of these life skills related to money, to jobs, to food are things your teen's probably not going to learn in high school, but definitely needs to be taught. Okay. So I have more thoughts to share with you, more skills that your child needs for freshman year. Before I share those, though, I want to say thanks for watching here on Facebook. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Be sure to follow, be sure to subscribe, because there will be more videos related to learning, to study skills, and everything teen. So if you've got questions, you got suggestions, drop them below. Better yet, schedule that free talk with Jessie so we can talk, so I can help your teen love to learn, as I've helped hundreds of other teens throughout the years. All right, the last category of skills I want to mention here that are super, super successful and essential for a freshman year are these soft skills. Okay, again, these are really life skills, okay, because your teen needs to know how to communicate with you, mama. Your teen needs to know how to get along with his peers, how to get along with that teacher she really doesn't like, and also know, okay, how do I successfully ask for that extra credit versus how do I actually ask for this raise, this promotion that I deserve at that job 10 years from now. So we want our teens to practice communication, and unfortunately, there's not going to be a lot of opportunities. It's not going to be a communications class in most high schools, most likely, definitely not going to be freshman year. So do know your teen needs those skills. It is something we cover in my study skills program, because soft skills is actually one of the modules, because I had enough educators when I was asking, hey, what are those skills that you see kids missing that they need in high school and beyond? And this came up. So definitely we want our teens to know how to communicate, how to advocate, which is another study skill I teach, let alone know how to be leaders. Okay, we want our teens, when they're in those group projects, because there's most likely going to be some group projects this freshman year, we want our teens to know, okay, do I like leading? Am I better at providing ideas? Am I better at keeping us on track for deadlines? Like, we need our teens to know, kind of, do I have these qualities? Do I want to do this position? Where do I fit into a team? Okay. If your teen is part of a team, that's one thing, like a sports team, but it's a whole other thing if your teen's doing a group project, say in history class, or has to put some kind of play together in drama class. Totally different, but yet those skills are essential and cross over between class to class, year to year in high school, into college, into whatever comes after college, let alone whatever job. Okay. So these are just a quick kind of overview of the skills your teen needs. So study skills, all sorts of different life skills, and the soft skills. And remember, they are all life skills. So the point of this video, just to let you know, your teens need these life skills before high school to have an awesome high school experience, to really figure out how do we make the best freshman year possible, and to also let you know there are some things that your teen needs now for a successful freshman year, and unfortunately also some things your teen needs to have a successful life that are probably not going to be taught in high school, or they're not going to be taught enough, or maybe your teen, is a little behind right now just because, like I said, maybe never been to the bank. I've met those teens before. Maybe your child, knows absolutely nothing about applying for a job because has never, been old enough, has never had any interest in even, babysitting job or some, fast food job, whatever. We want our teens to be ready for freshman year and have the skills they need to be successful after high school graduation. So thank you so much for watching. We're going to call this the last video of preparing your high schooler, your freshman, You're a freshman for high school. I'm trying to say all the words together. It's not going very well. But remember, I am here to help your teens have an awesome high school experience. Okay, my goal for everyone watching, for all of my mamas, is this. Do not wait until first quarter. Do not wait until the end of that first semester to ask for help. Do not, bring me in to teach your teens these study skills until after the GPA has already been tanked. Don't bring me in after your teen is starting to feel like I hate high school, or, this class is really hard. If your teen has these skills, knows how to learn, knows how to study, all of high school, every single class is going to be fun. It is going to be easy, and your teen's not going to go, I don't know what to do. Most importantly, your teen is always going to feel like I know how to study and I know how to learn, which makes it easy to learn and fun. So have a good night. See you tomorrow for another video. And remember, schedule that free talk with Jessie so you, your teen, and myself can talk for about 30 minutes about study skills so we can have a great year next year. Bye, mamas.